Topic is diazepines 2, azepines 2, oxypines and diazepines. So moving on to azepines 2, in that azepines first only we have studied certain reactions, synthetic reactions in the heterocyclic chemistry, heterocyclic chemistry part 1. Okay, so in the continuation, in the fifth application, in the fifth synthetic method, if you will see here in the reaction, we are taking the ethyl to azabicycloheptadiene compounds. Okay, this compound, if you will treat intake, and then if you will treat it upon 113 to 140 degrees Celsius, will result in the azepine, a substituted azepine, that is your carboxylate azepine you will generate. And then again in the sixth synthetic method, you are taking the again same compounds without substituting the CO2Cl. Instead of that, you are substituting with the tertiary butyl groups. Okay, if you will take the unsubstituted 4,6 di tertiary butyl to azabicyclo compound diene, in if you will treat that with the in the presence of sealed tube upon thermolysis, upon heating, okay, in the presence of the solvent as benzene, you will do the ring opening reaction over here, electrocyclic ring opening reaction, that is this bond will shift and then this bond will open the this bond will lead and it will open the ring. Okay, so you will generate the azepine again. Moving on to seventh synthetic reaction. So here if you will see, from dihydrobenzene, that is you are taking the cyclodienes compound, okay, cyclohexenes. So if you will take the cyclohexene and then if you will treat it with INCO upon addition of the methanol, what happens here is one bond from here. Okay, what happens, this bond on is getting substituted it with one of with the iodine and another with the NHCO2Me. Okay, so again on treatment with the NeOMe, that is your base, on THF, what happens, this ring gets closed with the elimination of iodine, Hi gets cleaved out by the formation of your aziridine compound, and again upon the treatment it with the dichloromethane upon bromination, and what happens here, it gets brominated. This alkene undergoes the addition reaction and it gets brominated, and again upon addition with the NaOMe upon THF, if this gets debromination takes place. Yes, upon debromination you will shift with the 1,1 bond over here, followed by the ring opening by the formation of your azepine. So in the next reaction, if you see, it is the photolysis of azirobenzene. You are taking the azirobenzene in first upon treatment of the light photolysis, you will generate the singlet nitrene over here, and after the generation of the singlet nitrene, what happens here is there is a formation of ketinimine intermediate. This is your ketinimine intermediate. Don't confused with the bond and an intermediate over here. This is not a bond, this is an intermediate formation. Okay, this is an intermediate, and again upon treatment it with the nucleophilic addition reaction, that is you are treating it with the base, that is that is your amine, R2NH. Upon treatment with that, what happens here is there is a formation of NR2. Okay, hydrogen gets cleaved out, and after that there is a formation of your azepine structure. This bond shifts here and then this bond will go back and make it as the H, so it is considered as 3H azepine, 1, 2 and 3. Upon 3 position the hydrogen atom is there, so it is 3H azepine. Moving on to oxypines. The oxypines are nothing but it is the unsaturated compound with the cyclic ring structure, 7-membered cyclic ring structure. In the it has the oxygen atom in between. Okay, so if we will move on to the first synthetic method and reaction, what you are taking is you are taking the cyclohexadiene and then if you will treat it with the bromination, and first upon treatment with the bromination, this undergoes bromination, the addition reaction, the bromine atom goes and attacks over here and shifts over here, and then upon oxidation what happens, the second bond which is present over here, here there is a epoxide formation. Okay, and then upon addition with the NaOMe, again what happens, this H which is present over here, this bond will shift with the cleavage of two molecules of HBr, you will result in this adduct, and then there is a ring opening reaction which will takes place. So this bond shifts here, this bond shifts here, and then this bond will shift here, and there is a ring opening reaction generating U and oxypine. Moving on to second synthetic method, upon debromination of oxirane and upon treatment with the NaI. So you are taking an oxirane compounds, and then upon treatment with the NaI, the bromine gets cleaved out with the following with the ring opening. First the bromine gets cleaved out by the formation of your oxypine structure, followed by ring opening. Moving on to third, it is an upon treatment with the epoxy sulfoxide, this undergoes cyclization and with the pyridinium paratoluene sulfoxides. Okay, so here what happens, here again you are taking the epoxy sulfoxides, and there is the ring opening here, this bond shifts here, ring opening and ring closing happens at the same time. First this bond shifts over here, and then this gets cleaved out, and after that this OH molecule CH2CH2OH, right, which is present over here, this oxygen which is having a lone pair of electrons will go and attack over here, making it as an oxypane. When it comes to oxypane, there is an saturated compound. Oxypine is your unsaturated, oxypane is your saturated compounds. Okay, so moving on to fourth, it is the Petasis-Fourier rearrangement reaction. Go through that. It happens when it is an intramolecular heterocyclization and takes place. Okay, so in presence of the gold complex only that reaction will takes place. So I'll show you. So here you are taking the substituted compound. Okay, this is your precursor. You are taking that one, and then you are treating it with the gold complex. If you will see here, this is your gold complex. Okay, which is substituted with the metals. Alright, so in presence of dichloromethane upon treatment with the paratoluene sulfonyl hydroxide on water aqueous medium under the gold complex condition, what happens, you will generate the oxypines again. Alright, then moving on to next topic, it is in diazepines. So when it comes to diazepines, it is again an unsaturated compounds with the 2 nitrogen atoms attached to that 7-membered cyclic ring. Okay, so if there is the you have to see the positions. So if at one position of your nitrogen atom, if the hydrogen atom is attached over here, it is your 1H. Diazepine, diaza is for 2 nitrogen atoms attached. Okay, so it is diazepine compound 1H diazepine, and then see to it that 1, 2 and 3. Upon 3 position again hydrogen is attached, so it is 3H diazepine. Again upon 4th position hydrogen is attached, 4H diazepine. Again upon 5th position hydrogen is attached, it is 5H diazepine. So again here you have to study 1,3 diazepine, 1,4 diazepine, 1,5 diazepine synthetic reactions. Okay, so moving on to first, from pyridinium imides, it's how you will synthesize the diazepine structure. So diazepine basically you can synthesize, I'll show you. So here you are taking this moiety, and then upon treatment with the light, right, you are getting your diazepine. So you are treating it with the pyridinium chloride, and then upon treatment with the pyridinium benzene thing, pyridinium carboxylates upon treatment with the photolysis this upon lighting, what happens here is this bond goes over here, and then there is a ring opening reaction which is taking place, and then you will end up with this product. So moving on to next, you can revert it back also. So what happens here is, if you'll revert it back, or you have to result it, you are taking the 1H12diazepines, and then, and if you will revert it back to the pyridinium enamides, if pyridinium enamides is this one, and that is under 150 degrees Celsius, and then if you will treat it under the base condition NaOET, if you will treat at that time, what happens, the ring gets opened, and then you will result in this structure with the activated, by the removal of your activated proton. Okay, again you are taking the same compound on diazepine, and then if you will treat upon light Indian heating, you will result back with this adduct. And then from unsaturated diazo compounds, what happens is this is the cycloadduct formation. Okay, this cyclic compound you will form. And then from unsaturated diazo compounds, how you will synthesize is, you are taking the diazo compound, and then this nitrogen which is having a negative charge will go and attack to this carbon atom. This bond shifts, and then this bond will shift over here, and then this will neutralize the positive charge upon treatment, upon heating. In thermolysis, what happens here is, whatever I have showed you, the bond arrangement will takes place, and then the hydrogen atom which is present over here, the bond which we will open it, and then this bond again shifts, there is a shifting of the bond over here, and then again over here, this bond will revert it back to the hydrogen atom again. Okay, so that is your 1,5 hydrogen atom, 1,5 shift, and then you will result in your diazepine, 3H12diazepine. Then moving on to cyclization of your diazo compounds, you are taking the 2,4,6 trimethyl oxopyrylium tetrafluoroborate compounds if you will take, and then upon treatment it with the diazo compound, that is your N2CHR, or upon butyl lithium THF ET2O, and then iodine compound, what happens at -78 degrees Celsius, this ring gets open, and then you will result in this structure, and again upon closure of this ring you will get back your 7-membered structure. Okay, once you will get back your 7-membered structure, what happens here is, here you are cleaving out the oxygen moiety, like water molecule gets cleaved out, and then you will result in your diazepine compound on, and then this adduct you will get, and then this bond shifts, making, first this bond will shift, make it as a double bond, this bond will shift, making it as a negative charge, and then this proton, this nitrogen atom which is having a negative charge will go abstract the proton, resulting you in your diazepine compounds. And then moving on to fourth, it is your from 1,5-diketones, you are taking the 1,5-diketone, and then if you read it with the hydrazine, upon treatment it with the hydrazine, what happens, 2 molecules of water gets cleaved out, resulting you in the 5,6-dihydro 4H12diazepine. Thank you. If you have any doubts, you can ask me in the comment box. Like